Beautiful people, the family of Herbert Wigwe, who lost their son Herbert Wigwe, his wife Chizoba Wigwe, and their son Chizi Wigwe earlier this year in an helicopter crash, have taken a decision to exclude their son's church, the early City of David Redeemed Christian Church of God, Lagos, from his burial programs. This decision is by the Wigwe's families coming after the pastor of his son's church threw a lavish party for his wife, who is the lead pastor's wife, Mrs. Siju Iluyomade, and they organized a lavish party to mark her 60th birthday just a week after the tragic passing of their church leading member, an unparalleled financier who died alongside his wife and first son in an air crash in the United States of America. The family believed that they were still mourning because this just barely 1 week their son passed. And that Wigwe was the MD of Access Bank, founder of the Wigwe University, amongst other accomplishments, was just not an ordinary member. He contributed a billion loan, partly helped facilitated the building of the City of David's Church, recently launched mega church building, amongst other hefty helps narrated by the lead pastor Idowu Iloyemade himself following Mr. Wigwe's passing. He said that this man contributed financially to the church. Wigwe weighed much more. His philanthropic work extended far beyond his church, including the educational scholarship support for hundreds of even thousands students via his Wigwe Foundation, which he also founded. The pastor's wife, who is also the founder of Arise Women Foundation and the Handmaidens Women in Leadership series, Siju Iluyemade, has got tongues wagging after her colorful 60th birthday on Sunday, February 18, 2024. Siju, who is the wife of the pastor of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, City of David, Victoria Island, Lagos, Idowu Iluyemade, celebrated the milestone age with fare as distinguished guests, including billionaires and monarchs, were on hand to rejoice with her at the party, which took place at the Echo Hotels and Suites, Victoria Island, Lagos. However, she got tongues wagging when a popular singer, Flavor Nabania, serenaded her with his hit songs such as Ada Ada, Bene, and Adama. Some netizens questioned the presence of a secular singer at a party hosted by a pastor. Some expressed displeasure why Iluyemade will host such a lavish party barely weeks after the tragic deaths of a prominent member of their church, Herbert Wigwe, his wife Chizoba, and their first son Chizi. On Instagram, someone said, "Rest in peace, Herbert Wigwe, live your life to the fullest while you are here. People only care when you are still around." Some other person wrote, "This is the pastor's wife of late Wigwe's church, Omo." One Adenike wrote, "What a total mess. So even if the dead was your sister and her husband plus your nephew, will this party still go on? Those were members of your church, for Christ's sake. You are supposed to be their spiritual mother, very insensitive and callous. Even those in the world will not do this. Look at Tony Elumelutu. Your colleague and his family perished less than a month, and you are here dancing at a tasteless, callous party with another woman of the world hiding in the church. May God have mercy on all of us." Some other person said, "The Wigwes were not ordinary members of the church. The whole thing is tasteless. She will never deny not knowing the backlash this will attract. She just chose to look the other way and damn the consequences of her indiscretions. She shouldn't have organized her party at this time. Inviting Flavor to her birthday party as a pastor of Redeemed Christian Church of God is scandalous. It might also attract sanctions from the higher authority." One Olivia Toner wrote, "I have too much to say. This is disgusting display after the two recent tragic deaths of 3 members of our church in a devastating helicopter crash." One Betty Abba wrote, "The level of insensitivity shown by the lead pastor's wife, Mrs. Siju Iluyemade, by organizing a lavish party to mark her 60th birthday just a week after the tragic passing of their church leading member and unparalleled financier. What happens to a postponement or even a cancellation in their honor, considering their relationship? What happened to our sense of sensitivity? Excuse me, how is the birthday party sacrosanct amidst this traumatic occurrence? And did you see her pinkish Cinderella dress? And the entertaining local giant masquerade, the Flavor, the Krona, scintillating her while at it? And flavor of all else, what happened to musicians of the same faith for a top religious figure as a mummy of City of David? What is the message passed? How does one ever juxtapose the bantry side by side with the wailing of the Wigwe's family, including his aged mom and dad, siblings, and surviving 3 kids? Who else will show the coziest compassion other than their spiritual family? What happens to the biblical injunction to mourn with those who mourn? Besides, Wigwe's wife, Chizoba, was also a successful businesswoman and must have been an asset to the church. These were members of the church the mommy could not mourn beyond a week, while the rest of the country, most of whom didn't know them in person, were still reeling in shock and extended grief. Yet the pastor, Mrs. Ilu Yemade, even knew that Christianity's essence revolves around compassion and unconditional care. She didn't need to be told to postpone or even cancel this wild party just a week after the horrible death of the trio, who were their members and was members of one family. At this point, we should be asking Daddy G.O. Enoch if he still has any grip over this scandal-prone mega RCCG parishes, where members' socio-economic standings typically dictates their clergy position and not their spiritual stance. Beautiful people, who is watching? Do you believe because these Wigwes were very wealthy, that's the reason why this pastor's wife should have postponed her birthday party? If it were another ordinary member, should she still have gone ahead with her party? Please, I want you to answer this in the comments. And as I continue to share with you what other people had to say about this. Osago Emmanuel said, this woman was 100% wrong. This is the highest level of insensitivity. Late Wigwe was the greatest benefactor of your church. When he was alive, he gave your church 1 billion naira for the church building. He placed your choir members on a monthly salaries. He also placed some of your church members on scholarship. This narrator is just a detractor, inviting flavor. That's not the reason. The reason is why organizing a great party of this nature when you just lost senior members of your church. Another person had this school of thought too. This is what the person said. The person wrote, if a pastor's wife can invite this guy to his birthday, it means that the spirit of the world is still in the woman and the spirit of God is not in her. Babajide Ajibawo said, what do I know? I don't attend this type of church anymore. In my opinion, if the 3 people who were close to the celebrant and the key members of the church, she should have delayed the birthday celebration for a few months. I have seen some people say the bank appointed a new CEO within a couple of days. The bank is a public entity with shareholders and governed by CBN rules, so there is no comparison there with actions of a church and its pastors. Sad. The person says, Femi Ogunjoba says, the event was planned before his departure. If he had a wish, he wouldn't want life to stop because of him. That's what this person says. Another person is of the school. He said even the bank didn't stop business. Then Wigwe was a member. Shouldn't be a yardstick for anyone not to celebrate. So that's this person's thought. So what's your thought on this? Do you think the pastor should have celebrated her birthday regardless of her funding members' death? Or do you think this should have been a general practice for all members who lose their life, not just some specific one who they perceive wealthy? Share your opinion or your views about this. I'll share mine as well. For me, I feel that every member deserves an equal chance. Just once it's a Christian community, it's a Christian church, it's a church. We should be considerate of others. When there are others among, we should mourn with them. That's my thought. It's not supposed to be for just the rich. It's for everyone who is a member. They should treat them the same way because they are members of a church, of a Christian church. So that's how I see it. It shouldn't just be because this one is a wealthy financier of the church. Then those who don't have money, if they lose their life, they should just remain like that. They can go on with their partying. And then, do you see anything wrong about Flavor gracing the occasion? Please share your thoughts in the comments. With consideration that she's a pastor's wife, should she have invited another Christian artist instead of Flavor? I remember that Flavor grew up in the church. So would you say she's trying to win Flavor to the church or something? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. See you in my next video. Bye bye.